In the name of God. Cafe chaos.
Nina stirred her coffee, her expression tense. The mayor's actions are completely against my credo. Leaders should serve, not exploit, she said firmly. The cafe buzzed with conversation, the scent of roasted beans filling the air. Raj leaned back, unimpressed by her indignation. You can't let the media cozen you into outrage, he said, sipping his tea. They manipulate facts just as much as the politicians do. Nina rolled her eyes, tapping her fingers against the table. So, you think corruption is fine as long as it's hidden well? Raj sighed, setting his cup down. No, but letting it daunt you is pointless, he replied. People in power will always find ways to twist the truth. Nina crossed her arms, clearly unconvinced by his casual attitude. I still have credence in those who fight for justice, she insisted. Some journalists risk everything to expose the truth. Raj raised an eyebrow, unimpressed. And yet, scandals come and go, and the world stays the same, he muttered. A waiter passed by, nearly knocking over Nina's coffee. At least some of us still have a sense of decorum, she muttered, glaring at a loud group nearby. The cafe was chaotic, but Raj seemed comfortable in the disorder. Chaos and politics go hand in hand, he said with a smirk. Speaking of chaos, did you hear about the governor's secret parties? Nina asked. Nothing but sheer debauchery, wasting taxpayer money on lavish gatherings. Raj shrugged, unimpressed. That's just politics, Nina, he said with a chuckle. You sound like a Craven apologist for corruption, she shot back. Raj held up his hands in surrender. I just think people are too quick to judge without knowing the full story. Nina scoffed, shaking her head. The mayor tried to defame his critics instead of addressing their concerns, she argued. That's a classic tactic, attack the accuser instead of proving innocence. Raj stirred his tea thoughtfully. Or maybe the accusers aren't as noble as they seem, he countered. Nina shook her head. You always defend these people, but they're just as covetous as the ones before them. Maybe, but everyone desires power, Raj replied. It's human nature to want more than we need. Nina wasn't satisfied with his answer. A sudden power outage darkened the cafe, cutting through the noise. Great, just what this place needs, a dearth of electricity, Raj muttered. Nina sighed, rubbing her temples. Maybe this is a sign we should stop arguing for once, she admitted. The candles on the tables flickered, casting shadows on their faces. At least the ambience is better now, Raj joked. Nina smirked, finally relaxing. I suppose even chaos has its moments of peace, she agreed. The waiter returned, handing them their bill. Looks like we talked so much we forgot to eat, Raj said, laughing. Nina glanced at the untouched pastries on their plates. Too busy debating the fate of the world, she mused. As they stood up to leave, a group nearby erupted into heated discussion. Seems like we aren't the only ones debating politics, Nina observed. Raj smiled, holding the door open for her. Cafes were made for chaos, after all, he said. They stepped outside, greeted by the cool evening breeze. The city lights shimmered, casting reflections on the wet pavement. Despite all its flaws, I still love this city, Nina admitted. Raj nodded, stuffing his hands into his pockets. Maybe it's because of the chaos, not despite it, he said thoughtfully. Nina chuckled, nudging him playfully. Maybe you're finally starting to make sense, she teased. They walked off into the night, their debate momentarily set aside.
Like and subscribe if you would like.